Here's a mid-size SUV that you should make time for. It's the Honda CR-V, and it ticks a number of boxes that might just be on your priority list when you're looking for a new car. There are 7 models in the new CR-V range. This is the VTi L7, which is near the top, and it's a 7-seater. It costs around 43 grand before on-road costs and extras, and competes with cars like the Nissan X-Trail and the Toyota RAV4. Here's how it did over a week for this week's family review. For a more detailed review, head to the CarsGuide website, and if you're watching this on YouTube, hit subscribe for more videos. Design-wise, it stands up to the competition and looks fresh and modern, with a bit of a bulky body, some chrome accents, and an air of rugged charm. The interior of the VTi L7 looks great. There are leather-appointed seats and a leather steering wheel that feels great under the hands. The center console is nicely designed. Everything is within hand's reach. There are a little bit of, man-made materials going on, but that's to be expected. And overall, you feel really good driving this car. The 7-inch multimedia screen is integrated nicely into the dash, and it's got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which just means that you can basically use this screen as a large version of your phone and use your Maps app to navigate and your streaming app to listen to music or podcasts. Space is generous in the CR-V. It's quite wide, so you don't feel cramped at all, and it's got enough legroom and headroom, even for the taller members of my family, even with this giant sunroof. You'll get 2 cup holders in the front, a nifty little flat shelf here that has a rubber covering so your phone won't slide off. You've got a really decent center storage bin. It's quite deep. It will even fit that whole bottle. Plus there is a Qi charger in front here, and you'll get bottle holders in each door. The children have loads of room in the back. They're aged 7 and 9, and the best thing is that the back doors open so wide, almost a 90-degree angle. So you can get, there's just loads of room to climb in, and you can get boxes in here if you need to as well. It is wide enough to fit 3 children's car seats across. I did it with 2 boosters and a baby capsule, but of course it's pending what kind of car seats you have. I'm really comfortable back here too. I'm 161 centimeters or 5'3", and there is plenty of space between my knees and the seat in front of me that taller adults and teenagers will fit perfectly comfortable back here as well. You'll get 2 cup holders in this center armrest here, and directional air vents down here for passengers in the back seat, plus 2 USB ports. And then you'll also get these extra air vents up here which work for this row and for the 3rd row. And there's a 3rd row. Granted, it's in the boot, so it's not exactly a large 7-seater SUV. It's more like a 5-seater with 2 spare seats in the back. But children will be happy back here. Taller teenagers might complain on a long journey, but for short journeys, it's fine. They'll get lots of air from their own directional air, plus climate control. And there are 2 cup holders. The 2 spare seats do eat into boot space. So in a 5-seat CR-V, the boot space is 522 litres, and in this 7-seat CR-V, the boot space is 472 litres. And you can also see that it's a bit of a 2 level. So to bring it up to 1 level, you just need to lift this cover here and pop it up here so it's flat. Aside from that, either way, it is still a big boot, and you will still be able to fit in a large pram or suitcases in here. So whether you want the 2 spare seats or not, it's completely up to you. With all 7 seats in use, the boot shrinks to 150 litres, but you'll get in some school bags or some grocery bags. Driving is really good in the CR-V, and the thing I notice the most is that it's not heavy on takeoff, which some SUVs can be. It actually feels almost nimble, almost, not quite. It's still not a zippy small car, but it does really well. It handles nicely around corners, and the steering is easy to turn. There's a 1.5 litre turbo 4-cylinder engine, which is all right getting up hills, but it overtakes pretty well on highways. This model is a front-wheel drive, though there are all-wheel drives in the range. All CR-Vs are petrol models. There are no diesel options in the range. And this VTi L7 uses a claimed 7.3 litres per 100 Ks, and I did an average of 10.4 litres per 100 Ks this week. For safety, the CR-V has airbags that cover driver and front passenger, and then side curtain airbags that go all the way to the third row, so you won't feel bad about sticking your kids in the third row. You'll also get 2 ISOFIX points and 5 top tether points, so you can actually fit a children's car seat in all 5 rear seats. Previously, the CR-V was lacking some advanced safety features that the other competitors offered as standard, but it's now matching up. It's got auto emergency braking with pedestrian detection, lane departure alert, and active cruise control. It still doesn't have rear cross traffic alert or blind spot monitoring, but it does have the Honda lane watch system, which is basically a camera that shows you the side of the car. I find it a bit confusing, but I think that will get better the more you drive it. Parking is pretty good in the CR-V. It hasn't got a huge turning circle, and that always makes parking a little bit easier. Plus, it's got a pretty decent reverse parking camera to help you out. The Honda CR-V VTi L7 is a great family car, and it would certainly be on my look list if I was looking for a new mid-size SUV. It's practical with good interior space, and it's got these 2 spare seats in the boot. It looks stylish and has the latest in technology, and although it's slightly lacking on the safety, it drives really nicely. I gave it a family rating of 7.8 out of 10, and my kids gave it the same. They couldn't believe they fit these seats in the boot. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, or click through to our website.